The guy on the bike just said, watch out for rattlesnakes. Whoa. Oh my god. It's very pretty though. So it's July, and what that means is it's prime travel and vacation time for a lot of people. And so for me as well, I came back from a trip yesterday, but also we have a couple things coming up, and so I've been really thinking about packing. There's so many things and you can't take everything, and so you gotta really pick and choose what you really need for each trip. And so today we'll be talking about things that you probably should take, things you need to take, and also things that you probably won't miss even if you leave it home. And so let's go over some of those things. Okay, let's start with one of the most important things. It's going to be your choice of backpack. So depending on what kind of trip you're taking, it will require different types of backpack. I have a regular backpack here that I would take for 90% of my trips. This is just a regular traditional backpack from Lululemon. It has enough space for your laptop, it has enough space for your clothes. It's not too thick though, and so I would consider a bigger one if you're going for a longer trip. The backpack that I took yesterday to my trip was a camera bag, and so I recently purchased this backpack. After having one that was smaller, it was time for the upgrade as I was getting more gear. So this is my new camera from Nomadic. It's a Peter McKinnon collaboration, you know, the GOAT. And so pretty much this is where my camera body goes. Right here I have my 100 to 500 that I borrowed for this trip. Here I have my battery bank, you know, very important here. My ND filters and this, which is goated. It's basically wipes, but especially on the sandy and dirt trip that I went on, basically. It was very crucial that I had that on me. Like I said, ND filters, because of how bright the light textures were there. I also have my audio gear here. And on this side, very, very also important, my batteries. Extra batteries go in here. My SD card will go here, and then once my batteries are done, so I'm able to differentiate between the used ones and also the full ones, I'll put my old batteries in here. But pretty much this is the backpack. There's side access here, so this zipper opens up and I can pull a camera out from this side. This is where I had my tripod. This is also very important. Next, I would consider this a subsection of the backpack category, but a sling bag. And this is something more I carry around as a daily carry than a travel carry, but I have this on me for 90% of the time that I'm moving out and about in the city. I do sometimes take it to other trips, but also mainly it has kind of my essentials like my wallet, keys. So this is my sling bag. This is very important. It has my wallet. I think this part of the audio will not take, but pretty much it has my keys in here, my AirPods. Next is going to be, for me, this is important also if you do work on the go, which I definitely do a lot of, but your choice of laptop, computing, anything that can get work done. For me, it was my MacBook Pro, 14-inch, and so I had that tucked in my backpack, in my regular bag, as well as my camera bag, depending on when I needed it. Another thing that I do carry around is my iPad, and depending on the trip, if I'm going for a longer trip or if I'm on a plane for a long time, I really prefer my iPad for consuming content because the tray table on an airplane is not the biggest, and so having my laptop on there can be a little crammed, but the iPad definitely takes up less space, and so just having it popped up, I'll download some movies, or if there's you know, on-flight internet, then I can just scroll YouTube or Netflix and do anything like that. But pretty much very important. I would say if I'm going on, usually my laptop is on me 100% because I'm doing work and editing footage and pictures, and so that is always on me. I would say 50% of the time, depending on how long the flight is or depending on how much free time I will have, the iPad will come with me, or maybe not. The next thing is going to be a tripod, and this time I did bring it. I actually used it a lot less than I thought because it was clunky, and especially when I was going on these hikes, I really didn't want, even if it's a light one, but I'd rather have something like this, which is smaller, and I can still put on my camera, and it just takes up a lot less space. When you tell somebody you live in California, this is basically what you mean. It's so pretty over here. There's no one here. I did get scared on the way because I heard animal noises like 3 times. That guy on the bike, he scared me. He said that there's rattlesnakes snakes, there's wolves or something. Rustling. I'm not gonna die today. Not while I'm on vacation. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die at work. This is one thing that I learned through experience and also through mistakes, but this time I really packed a lot of snacks and water and hydration. And the main thing is that because I was moving a lot and I was riding up the coast, and every second that I got, I didn't have access to my car or, anything on me. And so it was very important that I brought snacks and I brought musubis with. So I just got to Sycamore Canyon and I'm eating my Spam musubi here. It's very, very delish. I think I have one more here I'm gonna take up to the hiking trail, but it's gonna be about, I believe, an hour up. And so I'm gonna eat this and then we'll go up there. I am not out of shape, but these long endurance walks like this, oh my God. It's very pretty though. But it's just not my thing. So I talked about it a little bit earlier, but AirPods are something that I keep on me, that live with me. It's like a third arm for me, and the reason why is because I listen to a lot of podcasts. Even when I was driving on this trip, a lot of the times I had a podcast going, I had some music going, and so when I'm not in my car, and I know it's a little sacrilege to listen to a podcast while you're climbing up the mountain. But that's just my preference. I like to be doing two things at the same time. And so it's really good for me to just have my AirPods on me. The next thing, and this is very, very essential, I would put this at the top of my list, but a battery bank or a power bank of any sorts to keep your phone or any of the other devices powered. For me, I was using the GPS/maps a lot. And because I was going into driving up areas that I had no idea of and I had no prior experience with, I was mapping everything, and I had the locations that I wanted to hit. Like the photo helped me on my hike as well, because it was one of those hikes where it goes into it branches off into 10 different hikes, and so I really wanted to make sure that I was able to get to the destination that I wanted so that I can take the pictures and videos that I required. So this is the bench that they were talking about, and let's see the view from here. Oh my God. Whew. So this wasn't too long of a video, but I hope it really helped you, especially with this season. Like I said, July, August, September, October, November for me is just gonna be a lot of traveling, a lot of moving around, and so I wanna be properly prepped and have all the tools I need to make sure that my trips are the most, fruitful and I have the most fun in them. And so if you like the video, comment, subscribe, like the video. I definitely will make more content in the near future, and so look forward to that. Thank you.